Sorry for all the editing that I had to do in this video. It's because I can't find my tripod mount at the moment. And I'm also using my iPhone, so that doesn't help either. But in order to mod this gun, this is a little piece that you need to take out. It's inside the gearbox. I'm going to show you how to open up this gun and get to the gearbox, and hopefully you'll be able to put the gun back together how you took it apart. Please watch the whole video though before you do attempt to try this, because it was a pain in the booty. So yeah, please watch the whole video. This is what I have so far. I've taken out all these screws here, including this little tiny screw inside the I forget what that thing is called, but it's the screw that's right here. You know how you load the reservoir or whatever it's called. It's a screw that goes into there. As you see, it just spit that spring all the way out too. It's a screw that goes into there, and then also including the little tiny screw that you'll find inside the safety switch. So, and that went right here. So, a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 11. So a total of 11 screws that I've taken out thus far. So I'm just gonna get the plate. I'm gonna take this frame off, and then I'll pick the camera back up and start filming again. Okay, so I ran into, well, I wouldn't say a problem, but I found out I have more than 11 screws. I also went to take this thing off, and I noticed I've got more screws in here. So I got to get those out. But in order to take this buttstock off, you need to pull down here, pull it back as far as it goes, and then I think you lift up. So I'm going to lift up and pull it back, and it comes off just like that. So now I'm just going to take out the screws that I have here, and I'll be right back. That you need to be careful about that I was not. First of all, when I went to, I already took it off, but when I went to lift this frame up and take it off, I had a spring come flying out at me. And where did that spring go? Oh, this one here. So I was trying to figure out where in the hell does this thing go, but after looking at it for a while, I'm guessing it's a spring that goes on to this thing here. So it's just a little spring that goes up here, and it attaches right here on that little tiny circle piece here. So from there and down to there, just like that. So yeah, anyway, so now I'm gonna fully take it out. I'll be right back. I took the screws here, and the one back here out, but this thing still doesn't open up, which I figured it wouldn't, because when I flipped it over and looked at it, I also saw a screw. Where was it? Right here. But yeah, that looks like that might be holding it together. So now I'm going to remove this screw here. Okay, so like I said, this is all trial and error. So this screw, I don't think we want to remove. This doesn't look like anything that would be holding it, or that would be stopping me from opening this thing up. So I don't think we want to remove that screw. So let's not touch that. Let's go over here. And I pray that you guys watch this video completely all the way through before you try and make any attempts at doing this yourself, because like I said, I've never done this before. This is all trial and error. But there's a screw right here that I've noticed. So I'm going to remove this screw here and see what that does. Here, let's remove this barrel too. See what that does for me. I'm gonna turn it off, and I'll be right back. Like I said before, when you take the covers off of these things, you gotta make sure you do it really careful, because I done popped some more crap loose. But yeah, I ended up putting it back. But what I think, or what I know it is now, is this little tiny gear here. Well, not that tiny. It's actually the biggest gear in here. But it's this gear here. This is the one that we want to take out. This is what does the whole 6-round burst thing. But anyway, this gear here, and the reason I was thinking that at first, but I wasn't too sure. But then I went over here to YouTube. Hold on, where I put it. I went over here to YouTube, and I was watching this video here on the Still Storm, which is similar. This is the Still Storm. It's similar to the Still Force, the one that we're trying to mod right now. And this is what this guy said.
A little bit of tension. This just comes off. There's a little bit of tension on this piece and a little bit of tension. There's a spring on the backside. So all I'm going to do on his is I'm going to just pop out the wheel. That's the whole timing. This does your 6-round burst.
And that will.
That's the whole thing that does all the timing whenever you do the 6-round shot.
And that wheel looks just like this wheel here. So with that being said, I'm going to take that wheel out. I'm going to put this thing together exactly how I took it apart. And we'll give it a shot. I'm trying to put this thing back together, and it's a pain in the butt. But anyway, this little piece here, you got to make sure this thing is on correct, or else you're not going to get this thing to close. Let me see here. This lip here, as you see, the trigger is right here. This little tiny L-shaped lip right here, you're going to make sure that's right behind the trigger, right? So when you pull on the trigger, it pulls this whole metal thing back, you know, back this way. Pulls it backwards, right? And I don't know if you can see it good. Let me move this light a little bit. It pulls it back, and it's connected. Gosh, I can't. It's connected to a little tiny lip here. It's connected to the lip of this thing here, right? So when you pull on the trigger, it's gonna pulls it just like that, and I just pulled it out. Damn it, what I was trying not to do. But anyway, you want to make sure it gets connected right onto this lip. You want to make sure all this stuff is down in place. So you're going to put it right onto that lip. You're going to make sure the L-shaped piece is behind the trigger. So let me try and use 2 hands, and I'll be back. So I had a little trouble putting this case back on. What I found out, what I had to do was pop this. I had to pop out this spring here. So I popped this spring out, and when after I popped it out, there's this little slide here that slides back. I slid that thing all the way back, and then I was able to put the case on, and then I popped the spring back in afterwards. So that's how I put the case back on. So now I'm going to put in the screws. So I just finished modding this gun here, the Still Force, the Umarex Still Force. And now it shoots full autos. I don't have any BBs in it, but what I'm gonna do is throw the clip in it and just let you see. Sit my phone up here and let you see for yourself that it's full auto. Make sure I load it. Like I said, there's no BBs inside, but it's full auto. Yep, and that's it.